Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will talk about matrices and arrays in R. But before that, let's have a quick recap of our previous topics. In our last video, we discussed about the different operators and their operations. We also discussed about the vectors and their operations, how they are used in R. You can find the details of these things in my previous video, whose link is provided in my comment section in this video. So let's get started. As we all know that vectors and lists are one-dimensional R objects. However, we often need two dimensions to express data accurately. A matrix provides two-dimensional method for expressing the data. We can create matrices containing any sort of data, but we normally find them to hold the numeric data. The details of the matrices can be followed with a practice session. So let's start with the practice session. If you can see, there is a matrix function which is used to create the matrix and perform all those operations on the matrices. So there are 5 dimensions which are used in the matrix. As you can see on the screen, there are data, nrow, ncol, byrow and dim names. So what is data parameter? Data parameter is the values or the elements which are to be shown in the matrices, or on which we have to calculate or do any operations. What is nrow? The number of rows which should be present in the matrix. Ncol, the number of columns that should be present in the matrix. What is byrow? Byrow is a parameter which is arranging the matrix elements in a specific format. Like if the value is set to true, then it will arrange the value in the row format. That is, it will fill the first row first and then it will come to the second row. But if it is false, then it will fill the first column and then the second column, then the third column, and so on. What about the dim names? So this is one of the parameter which is used to rename the rows and the columns which are present in the matrix. So suppose we have a variable which is known as my matrix, and I am giving as my matrix arrow hyphen matrix C 1:5. So 1:5 is the new format of assigning the range of the values. 1:5 is something like it is starting with 1 and ending with 5, and you print enter. Now we are using print my matrix. So you will see that the output is coming in different rows but in a single column, as you have not defined the number of rows or number of columns. So it is by default it is taking a single column with different number of rows. Now what happens if we give only the second parameter, that is number of rows? So my matrix is now modified with my matrix angular then hyphen then matrix C 1:6. The data elements are till 6, then comma 3, which means 3 is the number of rows. I print enter, then I print my matrix. You will see the output is coming as 3 rows and number of columns has been taken as default. It has been decided internally by the number of data that we had given. Now we are coming to addition of the number of columns. So my matrix is now defined as my matrix angular hyphen matrix C 1:6 comma 3 comma 4. 3 is the number of rows, 4 is the number of columns. I press enter. Now I have to print my matrix enter. If you will see, as we had declared number of rows as 3, so it is showing as 3 rows, and 4 columns, it is showing as 4 columns. Now suppose I have to change the arrangement of the vector output that we are seeing. Suppose we create a 2 by 4 matrix, that is 2 rows and 4 columns. So my matrix has now been defined as my matrix angular braces hyphen matrix C 1 colon 8, that is 1 to 8 is the range, comma 2 comma 4. 2 is the number of rows and 4 is the number of columns, and enter. Now I will do as print my matrix, enter. You will see as there are 4 columns and 2 rows. The sequence in which the elements are populating is 1 and 2, that is the value is been first filled into the column number 1, that is 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, then 5 and 6, and then 7 and 8. Now if I want to change this arrangement, that is I want to see the 1, 2, 3 and 4 in our first row and the rest elements in the second row. What it has to be done? I will update this my matrix value. I will do as my matrix angular braces hyphen matrix C 1 colon 8 2 comma 4 and then true. I press enter. Then I print my matrix. You will see that the matrix order is the same, but the element order has been changed. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 is present in the first row, and then the second row is getting populated. It means the values has been assigned in the row priority. That is first row has been filled up and then the second row. But earlier what it was happening, it was assigning in the first column, then second, then it was assigning on the basis of the column. But now it is assigning the values on the basis of rows. So this is what the third dimension, the fifth dimension was. That is by row. Now what if you want to change the name of the rows and the columns? Like suppose we all have seen how Excel is looking. Like on the left hand side we can see the numbers, on the top side we can see the alphabets. We want to see in that manner. What to do in that case? We want to rename. So for that the dim names function comes into picture. Suppose we have created a Rn vector which is having Rn C row 1 and row 2. There are two values in this Rn variable. Cn another variable which will be having as column 1 to 4, column 1 comma column 2 comma column 3 comma column 4. So these are the names of the different columns in this Cn variable. Now I update this my matrix. I update as my matrix angular braces hyphen then matrix C colon 1 to 8, again 1 to 8, that is starting from 1 till 8. N row equals to true, that is number of rows is true 2, and then there is a fifth parameter named as dim names, in which we are providing the list, that is Rn and Cn. So list is a function in which we are giving those two vectors, that is Rn and Cn, and I print as enter. Now I print my matrix. What will be the output? See, the earlier values, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 have been changed to row 1 and row 2, and then column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. This is the easiest convention that we can follow for our matrix. So if now we print as print my matrix square bracket row 2 comma column 2, the output is 4. As you can see, the row 2 and the column 2 is having the value as 4 in the matrix. This can be done with the help of the element number also, if you provide the element. So this is how our matrices work in the R side. In our next segment, we will learn about the arrays. So let's start with the arrays. Sometimes we need 3 or more dimensions to express a data. So in this case, we can use an array to hold the information. An array can contain the multiple dimension of data to express the complex relationships. So as you can see on the screen, that to declare an array and work on an array, there is a function known as array and then brackets. So what is the syntax of the array? So array data comma dim names. So there are three parameters for the array function. So what is data? The number of elements, as what we saw in our vector section, in our matrices section. What is dim? The number of rows it has to get created. What is dim names? The same which we learned in the matrices, that is to rename the rows and the columns. So suppose we have a array named as my array and then angular braces, then we have an array function c colon 1 to 8. I print this my array. So you can see as those 1 to 8 elements are populating in a single line as an array. Now what if we want this array into a two-dimension view? So there is a dim function which can be used for the array. So dim dim my array angular braces hyphen c 4 comma 2. So 4 is the number of rows and 2 is the number of columns. I hit enter. You can see the values are getting populated in 4 rows and the 2 columns. Now there is a one more utilization of array, that we can use multiple matrices in an array. Here suppose now we have to create two matrices from a single array. So we are using this function, dimension function, dim my array angular braces hyphen c 2 comma 2 comma 2. So first two are the rows and the columns, the third is the number of the matrices, and you press it enter. What you will see this, that the two matrices will come up with the 2 by 2 section. Now what if I want to rename this the rows and the columns in our multiple matrices which is present in the array? How we can do is my array angular bracket hyphen array c 1 to 8. So 1 to 8 is the list of numbers, that is, if you will remember the three parameters in our syntax, the first is the data, then the second was the dim function, right? C, that is 2 comma 2 comma 2, that is number of rows, that is 2 rows 2 columns and 2 matrices, then comma list. As you remember in our matrices section we created two lists which were having those values, that is row 1 and row 2 and column 1 to 4, right? So in the similar case we have used here a shortcut, that is list c row 1 comma row 2, then again c column 1 comma column 2, then again c mat 1 comma mat 2. So row 1 and row 2 are the values which will be assigned to the row, and column 1 column 2 will be assigned to the column values of the matrices. Mat 1 and mat 2 are the names of the matrices that will get assigned. So instead of creating three vectors, we have directly used those values in the list. So this is how we have defined this. Now I print my array. So what you will see, that the earlier value 1 and 2 has been changed to mat 1 and mat 2. The row 1 and 2 has been changed to row 1 and row 2, and now it has been column 1 and 2 has been changed to column 1 and column 2. Now what if I want to print only matrix 2 value, not the matrix 1 value? So I have to print as print my array row 1 comma column 2 comma mat 2. It will print as value of row 1 and column 2 which is present in the matrix 2, which is 7. So if you want to print only the matrix value, not the specific values in a specific matrix, but the matrix value, then you have to use print my array square brackets comma comma and 2. So it will print the second matrix value. So this is how matrices matrices and our array works in our R. So I hope you like the video. please share and subscribe this video of matrices and array. Thank you.